Hi again, it's Ralph with the tip for you. It's wintertime. It's kind of getting a little bit warmer, but winter's not over yet. So if you're wanting to get your bass boat out, whether it's aluminum or fiberglass, and do some fishing, you got to remember that we still have the freezing temperatures that'll be back, and in between, still sneak out and do some fishing. But when you go out, you got to remember there's a few things you need to remember. And one of the most important ones is always wear that life jacket, because when you fall in the water accidentally, it is really tough when you've got a lot of clothes on to stay afloat. And so we want to make sure you're safe out there. And with that same thought in mind, if you don't have a boarding ladder on your bass boat, it would be a great time to add one, because if you do get in the water, reboarding, especially with all the clothes on, is very, very difficult. So a boarding ladder on the back of the boat could save your life. If you don't have one, something were to happen, you fall in the water and you've got a buddy with you, you can always grab on the back of the boat, have him turn on the trolling motor, drive you over to shore. At least you can get out, get on the shore, and then reboard the boat that way. So that's a potential way, but still a boarding ladder might be a really good thing to think about. Great Father's Day present, birthday present for you. The other thing we want to think about is freezing water. So we've talked about it before, but live wells do freeze up, especially if they got recirculation pumps on the bottom of the live well where it picks up water and recirculates it back in the live well. They need that non-toxic antifreeze in them when you get out of the lake. So you always want to drain the water out of it, but when you get home, put a little of that non-toxic pink antifreeze in there, run it through the system just so that you make sure you don't freeze up. Bust a pump, because if you break a pump, it's going to let water leak into your boat. Could get in a problem that way too. So you want to make sure you're safe as well. The engine, when you take it out of the water, of course, you trim it up and pull it out of the water, but then you want to make sure you trim it back down on the ramp so all the water runs out of the engine, because an outboard is self-draining and all the water will come out, but you have to have it trimmed down to do that. So those are just a few tips that we have for you. You want to make sure to keep your boat safe and ready to go whenever you're ready to have it. Be sure and charge those batteries when you come back, because a discharged battery will freeze. A charged battery won't freeze up. So that's another thing that you want to consider as well. There's a lot more things, and we're going to keep working on these tips for you guys so you can be safe on the water and you can have a great day. When you get out there, everything works like it should. So remember doing a little bit of work before and after you go. You have a great experience, and then we'll go to the lake.